Feature Friday.
The freshest. A lot of people don't. A lot of people like slowly work their way through it so they don't have to deal with a whole amount of pressure at one go. I don't know.
I think that comes from performing since a kid.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't know. I'm a bit.
You're not as extreme. You're
I'm
very,
not. Yeah,
very
I'm
normal.
not. Yeah, if I have to work, I will put in the work, like 100%. Give my absolute certain everything
Very
about
healthy
me.
when it comes to that.
But when it's resting time, believe me, I'm gonna rest, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And I will sleep for the next 2 weeks, no problem.
Yeah, I wonder what this guy's approach is. Like, if any, I think Jin is very active. He likes to be very, like, he wakes up early and likes to do things. He gets bored fast, so he likes to keep himself
Jin?
Jin, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a bit like that, right? Fucking doing fireworks at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Whilst choking on mango.
I think we found out, even though it's funny, like Jungkook is very competitive.
Yeah.
He's also have quite an extensive athletic background.
I think that competitiveness comes from that a little bit, though.
Yeah, because people forget, it's like you're actually taught to wake that shit up.
Yeah, you're actually taught to win or nothing.
Yeah, so
it's very funny.
especially if you did combat sports, it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous line to wake up.
Yeah.
But I think everyone has it. It's tamed.
It's just dormant.
Yeah. Then I'd love to hear. Yeah, I'd love to see what if anyone knows, maybe he's spoken about it in interviews, what J-Hope's approach to dance has been since he begun.
Yeah, that would
But
be.
he became obsessed with it. Or maybe
I
he just
actually
followed his
think
life.
it would be really interesting to see the whole of theirs, each member's perspective on workload, pressure, and how do they balance things off. Because, for example, they all seem pretty intense in their own way.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they all pretty mad when it comes to like work ethic and delivery of work itself and quality. So it's really nice to see a spotlight on each member and how they approach certain things in the performance environment.
That's why those like festas were so fun to see.
Oh yeah, they're
Because
fun.
You could kind of tell
Who's who a little bit through reading under the surface.
who you kind of relate to the most as well.
Yeah,
you know?
you know who's like scary, like intimidatingly scary? RM. Like
Yeah, he I think I get the sense, I could be wrong, but I get the sense he's a perfectionist. In the
oh
sense
yeah,
that
yeah.
he and that's why, like, I mean, just look at his work ethic to learn English through friends, like, and he's very smart and he's
Yeah,
very,
he's a very clever guy, and
but imagine in
I find
person he
him-
might be intimidated. Yeah, for
Yeah,
other
I
people.
actually no, but I was watching some of the interviews that you guys were sending me. I don't know why but I was watching a lot of his interviews with BTS, and the way he manages interviews and like the way he talks and translates for the group and everything, and he directs everything. Dude, that guy is intimidating, and it's exciting. I would love to see that on action, like in real life, because I bet the whole thing is like amplified by 10,000.
He will be awesome. I would love to know if maybe he's done any podcasts or anything. I mean, he's
Yeah.
a one busy guy. But I would love to see if he's done any podcasts, and I'd love to see him on that environment. Because I've only seen him on TV speaking, and you know how I feel
Yeah,
about
mainstream
TV,
media mostly, but yeah, it would be really
where it's
interesting
so
to
cut, so I'd love to see him on an unedited scenario.
yeah, something a bit more unfiltered where he can really let himself be him. That would be very interesting to watch. Let's carry on with this.
What Jin said, every time I make a mistake, I look at Jay.
He knows that he's gonna roast him as well. I love that.
Because Jim is also a very gifted dancer.
He's a beautiful dancer,
And he
but
seems to have...
he's more lyrical in his form. So yeah, he's more lyrical on his form, and J-Hope is way sharper, more explosive, more commercial take on it all. Speaking in Busan accent, I love that.
야, 우리 처음에 딴딴딴딴딴딴딴딴딴딴딴 이때 아니 딴딴딴딴 슈
There you go.
초반에 옆줄 좀 봐야 될것 같아.
Who's wearing off-white? V? Oh, Sugar.
I think it's V.
V, Sugar.
그 자리 좀 옆줄 보면서 좀 힘을 맞춰야 될 것 같아.
Yeah, they need a right.
한번 가보자.
Oh yeah, it was Sugar.
Even then, when it's
See,
like,
it's like, I gotcha. The two about to burst into laughter.
타이밍 아닌데 그 타이밍에 들어가서
So I sang it at the wrong
so I
time.
laughed to myself.
Yeah, because
So
he's
he's
so
always-
observant. He pays so much attention to detail.
He looks quite tall.
근데 이 정도 그런 거는 정말 진짜 대단한 것 같고 감사합니다. 근데 진짜 칭찬해주고 싶은 거는 에너지가
Oh, that's so nice.
너무 좋아가지고
Come on, he doesn't need to be that nice. I was
Those words
talking.
would mean a lot for all
Yeah,
those guys.
I was talking about that with some of my friends. We were thinking, okay,
Are
so
they flossing?
yeah, this
For
part
the
of the choreo.
choreography.
We were talking about how like fame is so subjective to a lot of people. Like, you could meet a famous person that is like famous for the world, and a lot of people, but it's not famous to you. So like, you don't like wouldn't lose your mind over that.
Their opinions may not be as impactful. to
Yeah,
you
so
as
if
they
you
may be
met
to
them in
someone else.
person, you'd be impressed, but you wouldn't be like, oh my god, I lost my shit, you know. But so we were talking about like
Ooh, Walucha swore.
I didn't really finish the sentence, alright?
You did. You said shit.
But we were saying how it's interesting that there are certain things though that regardless of fame or how people perceive this persona, this person they hold a lot of weight. So like for example, JHOPE, if you didn't stand BTS, you would stand his talent as a dancer, or like his attention to detail, and I think if I didn't stand BTS and I didn't like admire the whole of
What do you
the
keep saying? If you didn't stand,
stand,
like stand,
as in like support them, as in like
as in stand from Eminem stan.
yeah, as in a stan.
Is that like a universal term then?
Yes, it's like when you're a fan.
Is that what
Stan.
people are saying?
Yes, that's what they say.
Oh,
I
right.
stand the Herrera siblings. That's what they mean. They support us.
I thought they missed a D.
No. As in like
Like they stand, because I hear it. If you
It's
say,
like I'm a
"Oh, I
solid
can't
fan.
stand him," that means
But it's like that's with a D at
that's
the
what
end.
they did. So
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
they meant, "Oh, I stand."
As
them.
in like
No, I thought it was you know when you say I can't
like
stand them.
I can tolerate them kind of thing.
Yeah,
is that
like
what
I
you
stand
thought?
them. Like yeah, they're cool. Like it's fun.
No. But it means like
What, stand?
unconditional support, like
Oh,
a
wow,
like a
alright.
solid fan.
Oh.
So if you didn't admire BTS for everything that they've done, you and you looked at what JHOPE does,
Yeah.
you would admire that.
I mean, I would imagine
You
if
know?
if you're a fan of dance,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
it's just smart to look at someone like that who's one of, if not the most popular male dancer in the world at the moment.
Yeah. You have to look at this
Yeah,
sort
I
of
mean,
individuals.
absolutely.
Yeah.
이거 봐라 빠빠 열로 야
I love V. He looks so done. He was like, oh crap.
We need to get him quick. Looks like a floss on a dab.
Too fast. He's like, woohoo! Yes, bro! He was
So-
awesome.
타이밍이랑 줄을 맞춰야 돼. 그거를 좀 정해 주시는 게 이거까지는 오는데 그 옆줄이 안 맞아. 옆줄이 문제고.
I love what V's wearing a lot.
T로 하면 앞에는
Vibes.
너무 많이 들어야 돼. 그러면 검은 줄로 하자. 이거 진짜로 엄청 들어요.
I think on Off-White is Jungkook, bro.
검은 줄로 하자.
Huh?
I think who's wearing Off-White is Jungkook.
No one was wearing off-white then.
Yeah. It's the same take as the other one. They look so cool. I mean, come on.
No, that's different.
Are you sure?
Yeah. But still, Sugar has their bucket hat. He likes bucket hats, it seems, a lot.
Really low background
Look
music.
how relaxed he looks. Look at the clothing he's wearing.
He's on sandals. He's like literally marking through Korea in sandals.
On holiday.
And Jin is like going full out. He's like working his butt off. I love that.
Yeah, there's truly something very special about watching someone who has such a pedigree of dance, right? Do dance. It's so like, it's awesome to see that.
Yeah. And I think what I like about dance is like it really lets the personality flourish once you're like really accustomed to the style, like the personality of the dancer really comes forward, and it's led by the personality. Therefore, you get to see a really amazing display of set of movements. You know, it's really cool, because then when the personality is aligned with the style, you get this really mind-blowing performance. And well, you can see it when it's more contemporary, more lyrical. Jimin really like flourishes and that stuff, right? And then how acrobatics and stuff, and then you got Jungkook like really pushing forward there. And overall,
Jimin also does a bit acrobatics sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. So, but I think it like there are certain styles that resonate with certain personalities better, and as a whole, you can watch each individual in every song they've got, and you will be able to pick little details that make the dance so much more impactful because of their personality coming forward. It's so refreshing. I love what they do. I think it's astonishing, and it's really cool to see that the work in detail happens from like it's ignited by them. And it's
cool.
it's not like, oh, now we get the choreographer, let's clean this, let's go through this again. I think
themselves
is themselves, and that type of like work ethic, it's so very them.
Special.
You know, it's very them, and it's not common. People might be mistaken, misleading into thinking misled into thinking that this is like a normality, like that usually groups or people would clean their stuff by themselves, but it usually is a choreographer or a dance captain that would go through this stuff over and over again every single time they're performing in a different stage, because so many things change, right? But it's really cool to see it's like all within themselves.
Well, let us know maybe if you'd like us to check out anything else, maybe looking at other members, and we'll absolutely will. And we'll see you throughout the week.